In 1995, Honda unveiled their SSM, or Sports Study Model concept, at the Tokyo Motor Show. Honda's ambition was to create a true performance roadster, to offer enjoyable driving in all aspects. High technical targets were set, and an active approach to environmental and safety issues was taken. Making extensive use of racing-derived technology, the Honda S2000 is the realization of that dream.
What's going on, guys? So it's kind of a nasty day outside, and I really lack kind of motivation to get out and do some wagon work. Not really feeling the motivation, so I figured today would be kind of a story time. I wanted to do a brief history of my cars, and the S2000, it's got a good story to it. Anyway, guys, it's story time.
Nothing ever comes to me, yeah, in a steady stream. But you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream. I know I ain't supposed to feel it, but oh, how it feels. Nothing ever comes to me, yeah, in a steady stream. But you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream. I know I ain't supposed to feel it, but oh, how it...
So the story behind the S. I bought the S2000 back in September of 2013. At the time, it had been a while since I had any kind of sports car, any kind of car. I had the Element for quite a few years. And before that, I had that Eclipse. I don't know if I ever talked about that before on my channel or not, but I had a 2001 Eclipse and GTs, the V6, the Pig, but I love that Pig. Ever since I lost that to the accident, I hadn't had a sports car. I got my first big boy job at Lockheed Martin, and I decided I really want a car. So I looked around, did some research, and the only really Honda big boy car that I could think of was an S2000. I love everything about the engineering behind those, the fact that they're the most horsepower per liter engine ever built until the Ferrari 458 came out. It's just a beautiful car, just top to bottom, front to back, just everything's so well thought out in that car. And it really tickled my engineering bone that Honda went through and put so much engineering design in that little car. It checked all the boxes for me, and this is exactly what I wanted to have. This vlog kind of looks weird because it looks like I'm talking to a tree if you're just driving by. Anyway, whatever, screw it. It's time for a real moment. Being on this channel, I want to get real, and this is one of those times it's real, so bear with me. It's a kind of a personal story, but I think you guys will think it's funny. But anyway, back to the video again. So this story starts out the way my other stories did, kind of in a transitional time for me. I was in a relationship, things were going pretty serious, and I had bought a ring for her. And not to get in too much detail, it cost a lot of money, and I'd put a lot of money into it. I'd been saving money for a while, and when things went south and we were no more, I took that money and I put a deposit on something that would make me happy, something that would put me in the right direction. And that deposit went on that. And yeah, it worked. It's been great. It's real time. It was a better investment. So yeah, I spent the money on myself and I got an S2000. Probably my favorite thing on the S is just the way it sounds. Like every time it starts up, every time I get into it, it's got a raw, angry vibe to it. The S2000 has an old school hot rod feel to me. Well, not hot rod, old school import. Long nose, short back, high revving, low power engine. sounds like a bat out of hell, but it really isn't that fast, but it feels awesome to drive. And it's so well balanced. It's not a fast straight line car. It's not a street car that's gonna take over the world, but you can make them like that, but it upsets the balance to me. I like that it's exactly what it needs to be. Honda really thought that out well. And of course it could be fast. If I wanted a fast car, I'd be like every other jerk out there and go buy a Corvette and put a turbo on it and I'd be the king of the streets. I don't give a shit about that. I never have. I mean, it's all a measuring contest out there with who has, I got a Corvette, or I got a Mustang, I got a Camaro. If you're an enthusiast, you buy a car because you love it. You don't buy it to be the fastest, and when someone beats you, oh, it's time to sell it, blah, blah, blah. We're not the same person. You're not a car person, you're just a jackass with a Mustang. Took the time to really research the exhaust I wanted for it, and I went with a Jay's Racing 70 RS, and it's a single out Jay's Racing Dolphin tip where it kind of dives down. I think it looks sick, sounds sick. I'll do a quick startup and two-step with it right quick, see how it sounds with this new mic. Here. So as far as the channel is concerned, I really haven't talked a lot about the S2000, but I will. And I promise there's going to be some great stuff coming for this thing in the future. It's the winter time. It's kind of a weird time for the channel. It's kind of a weird time for all channels. There's not a lot of activities going on, not a lot of racing, not a lot of autocross, not a lot of rallycross. The S2000 will be competing in autocross a lot. Hopefully it's going to be more than just Little Rock and ARSCCA, and that content will be coming pretty soon. I promise there'll be plenty more S2000 stuff. I know someone out there is saying do a pool, so I can't help but do a little pool here in a second. Let me get out of here where it's a little more open. Oh, shit. So much power. And for the record, it's not February yet, so sue me. So remember earlier in this video I said it was nasty and drizzly and overcast and I didn't feel like doing anything? Well, today's Sunday and it's really nice outside. So I actually just found this place. I've been looking for this place for a while since I've been in Camden. They call it the Little Grand Canyon, and it's part of White Oak Lake. Since it turned out to be a nice day today, I decided to go drive the S around a little bit more and get a little more video. I was gonna wrap it yesterday, but we got home late after McDonald's and it was dark and I really didn't feel like shooting it, and my garage door was kind of messing up. So on a final note with the S, the story of the S is I bought it when I needed it. Every time I drive it, I remember why I bought it. I don't think I've ever driven a car quite like the S. And if you ever own one, you'll know why. There's no other car in the world like it. But guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna take a couple more pictures of the S. From the day I bought it it had 35,000 miles on it, and looking at it just now, I've got 68,000 miles on it. I don't drive it very much, but when you do drive it, you realize. I have a couple friends that have sold S2000s and they've regret it, and some of them are even on their second and third S2000. It's just a car you can't get rid of. It connects with you in a way that a lot of cars don't. I know that sounds really meta and really cheesy, but at the same time, man, it's killer. I love that car. Yeah, I get connected with cars a little bit too much, but you know what? Maybe that's why you're watching this channel, because my passion for cars. And if you are, awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, see if I can go find the actual Grand Canyon out here, because I think it's off over this way. I'll go check and see what it looks like. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace. Brace for impact. Sorry, Led Zeppelin just came on.